Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and this is going to be your June 2023 Tarotscope readings for your North Node by sign and house. Now, if you're new to the channel, the reason I use your North Node in readings as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign is that it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is like your North Star. It's your soul path. It's what you're here to learn and experience. And so you have much more in common with those that share your North Node by sign and house as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign. Now, you're going to want to watch two readings. You're going to want to watch one for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house because they're both relevant. If you're unfamiliar with your North Node, there's going to be a link in the description box below so you could look up and find out some more information. So I am going to connect to the energies and then we can begin the reading. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, Aries North Node or North Node in the first house. This is going to be your June 2023 Tarotscope reading. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and then this side represents the second half of the month from the 16th on. Now, the overall theme card that popped up right here is the Three of Swords reversed. Now, I'm getting a lot of information. When I see a spread and I see a card, I don't just see the one thing. I see like multi-level and multi-layers of things. And it's all about, for you this month, and probably has been for a bit of time in the past, all about the heart, all about emotions, especially Venus here. Because of these two cards over here, you've got the Empress, which has the Venus symbol and a heart there. And then also the Queen of Pentacles over here. I'm getting a lot of heart energy and a lot of mother energy. But let me get into this overall theme. What I'm seeing for you is that there is a lot of emotional healing that's going on. There could have been some emotional wounding. And I'm seeing for you, even though you're all kind of going through these heart things, they could be old wounds that you're dealing with. It could be ongoing wounds. It could be something that is popped up new even, okay? But you're moving through it, and we're going to get into what exactly is, kind of going on here. But on the different levels, like I said, it's all about heart and emotional energy, okay? Now, starting here with the first 2 weeks of the month, you have the Empress on your timeline moving toward the Page of Swords and then up through the Hanged Man reversed, okay? The thing that keeps popping up with me in this reading for you, if you have your North Node in Aries or the first house, that means that you're coming from the South Node energy of Libra in the 7th house. So you have both gifts in your South Node, but there's also challenges, meaning that we can get stuck in those older patterns. And the thing that keeps popping up for me is the mother energy, okay, motherly energy. And what's coming up here is that when you think of the archetype of the mother, or the quintessential mother, um, you think of, like, usually, and not all of us were fortunate enough to have this in this lifetime, but when you think of the perfect mother, you think of this wonderful blend of strength and softness, because really, for most of us, no one in this lifetime is going to really love you generally like a mother loves their child, okay? But the other thing we see in the mother is we see an incredible strength. Like, for example, when you've probably watched you know a wildlife show, like, let's say, like a mother bear. Like, they say, oh, mama bear, she's protecting your cubs. There is nothing more dangerous than a mother animal protecting their cubs. Okay, that is warrior strength, but it's this strength with softness. And the reason this is applying to you is because in this lifetime, you're learning to balance to become this. I've used to say spiritual warrior, but now I'm going to say something else. It's like the soft warrior. It's like a strong mother, because, like, when you think of a warrior, just think, put the mother thing aside. You think of a warrior, you think of, like, weapons and guns and swords and all of these things, okay? And that's definitely an archetype. And we think of Aries and the planet Mars, which rules it, is this, like, warrior energy. But again, like I said, there is a mother is like a warrior, and that's the balance you want. Where you know we've all met, even if we haven't experienced this directly, with a mother, we've seen mothers like that are just super strong and wise, but also soft. What I'm seeing here, okay, for this reading, is that all of you are looking at this energy, and it could be you're looking at your own upbringing, your mother in your past, or you're learning to embody that energy, and it's like a um, blending with that warrior energy, but without being too, like, we've also seen an example, like what's coming up is also like the weak mother, the mother that is abused. Like, she might love her children or family, but too much, it doesn't have the strength to stand up to some sort of abuse or whatnot. So it's that blending of that energy that in this first 2 weeks I see you doing. For some of you, I'd say you're on your path. You're starting to learn to embody that. Like, I can be strong and I can be soft at the same time. I can be assertive, yet I can be peaceful at the same time. It's that blend, and that's what I'm seeing with this Page of Swords. Is like you're learning. This is like setting boundaries, and it's also, but it's like being watchful and of where what direction you need to go. So it's like all of these things all at once. Now, there could be some of you that are still learning this, and with this Hangman reversed, it's like there's some of you that are still learning this, and then it will at some point kind of open up to your consciousness, and you'll learn this. Some of you have already learned this and you're embodying it. But the two advice cards that I got for you was the Star reversed and the Page of Cups. And the Star is one of those cards, as I always say, that is positive in its reversed position, but it's like a delayed or subdued energy, kind of like on a sunny day when the clouds move over the sun. The sun is there, it's just being kind of obscured by the clouds. Now, what I'm seeing for this, in order to embody this, is making sure that with this Page of Cups, that you're able to, as you're navigating these energies, to keep your heart open, to keep that playful side, because there could be some of you, like I've seen this with this North Node, where you start to set boundaries, but then it's just like it goes to the opposite end of the spectrum, where it's like, the heart closes and it's like, okay, enough's enough. I'm not taking any more crap or whatever, and so I kind of see that this is what this is about. Okay, this balancing thing. And as I said, it could be some of you are dealing with things that are fresh, wounds, fresh, things that you're working with. Some things are from the past and older. There could be a blending of that. And as I said, I feel like that maternal energy that's in here. So it could even be some of you thinking about your relationship, with your mother. But what I wanted to bring out in this, first 2 weeks is, remember what I said. Think of that strength with softness, the strong mother archetype, because really that's what you're, shooting for, in this lifetime. Not just the pure aggressive assertive warrior, but that blending. Okay, so that's what I see for the first 2 weeks. And like I said, some of you are on these different levels, and so you can very quickly, as I said, with this hangman, when it becomes upright, the illumination over the head, you can very quickly move from maybe a position of 2 or 3 all the way up to 8, 9, or 10. You can move up very quickly once you kind of see what I'm talking about. And now moving over here to the second half of the week, you have second half of the month. You've got the Queen of Pentacles on your timeline over the Judgment card and the Eight of Cups reversed. Now, the second half of the month, okay, I'm seeing again a very similar energy for all of you who are watching this, but it's going to play out in different ways. Let me say some of the ways that it could play out. So with the Queen of Pentacles here, again, it's that strong motherly energy, okay, that is playing out here. And then with the Judgment card, it's relating to the Hanged Man, because this is a card of awakening and perspective, just like the Hanged Man, but in a similar way. But specifically what this is that this second half of the month of June, you are going to be given lots of nudges from the universe, nudges from your spirit guides and your guardian angels. You're going to be getting these nudges, and these like heads up can come in different ways. All of a sudden something dawns on you, hear something from somebody, you read something, you listen to something, and it's going to kind of like, but it's the universe is trying to get your attention to bring you out of who you are and were as a person and evolve into something stronger. Now, how this also might play out with this Eight of Cups reversed is, some of you could be thinking of like, there's a situation like a relationship, a job. And when I say relationship, it could be family, friends, lover, any kind of a relationship, or like I said, a job, or any sort of situation where you could be feeling like, okay, it's time for me to leave. And for some of you, it may be time to leave. But for a lot of you, it's almost like, what I'm seeing is, it's not time to emotionally just say, check out, peace out, I'm gone. But it could be time to almost like deal with it and face whatever this is. And so that could be the type of a thing where, you're not, sometimes, yes, we do need to leave situations, but sometimes we kind of need to deal with them. For individually, that's what you're going to have to decide. What is the best thing to do? Don't take the easy route. If it makes sense for you to stay and deal with it, the situation, do so. But there's times like, for example, if we're in a situation that's just unbearable or unsafe or something like that, yeah, most definitely. But see, you have to make that call. But I guess, you might be asking yourself, because I can hear you maybe saying, well, how do I know what that is? Okay, you'll know by using that Libra energy, that heart energy, using your heart intuition, and say like, okay, do I want to leave this situation because I don't want to deal with it? Or do I really truly need to leave it? And so it's like, you have to see and kind of judge for yourself. Again, Libra is the scales. It's about judging and balancing. Do I do this or do I do that? And then, but making a decision. But the important part is in the, I guess you could say the judging aspect or the weighing out of things. Okay. And that's a skill that, you have, in your South Node. Okay. So for each of you, like I said, it's something you just have to kind of figure out, what makes sense for you. Now, your two advice cards for the second half of the month is you have the Three of Cups and you've got the Two of Wands reversed. Now, it's really interesting because I think that these two cards, the two advice cards, are relating to these two cards, the Star reversed and the Page of Cups. Because what I see here is with the Three of Cups and the Page of Cups, this is saying that whatever you're going through, and again, like I said, keeping your heart open, whatever you're going through, no matter how intense, please, please, please don't lose that beautiful Libra side. Don't lose that Venus heart energy that you have, with Libra or the seventh house. Make sure that you're keeping that. So this is like making sure that you're keeping your heart open. You're enjoying life. You're keeping your heart open for those that deserve your love and those that are close to you. And I know it's a tricky thing, while also dealing with something to where there might be certain people or situations that you have to close your heart off to. But like I said, don't just flip it on and off, like a switch. Like, you have to learn to do it in certain situations with certain people. And that's really what this is saying. And with the Two of Wands reversed, one of the things is that it's also saying that while you're dealing with this, don't look too far into the future. Make sure that, like, and that's what also this Eight of Cups reversed is saying. Like, make sure that you're looking at what's going on right now and kind of dealing with it, because what I'm getting for you is the better you navigate the situation right in front of you, the better your future timeline is going to be, if that makes sense. Okay. So sometimes we could say, okay, you know what? I'm just out of here. I'm boom, boom, I'm out. Okay. And yes, you deal with it, but what it doesn't really set you up for success on your future timeline. And so what it's saying here is make sure that you're really dealing with everything right in front of you the best way the best way for your life. And that extra energy and effort that you're putting into the immediate situation, the immediate moment, is going to free you up. And so again, like I'm saying, like, don't take the easy route out, because it's really telling you to, like, there's a situation here, okay, that needs your attention, whether that be healing from the past or whether it be, dealing with something that is more immediate. So anyway, I hope this reading made sense to you and that you found some value in it. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Yeah, and go out there, be strong, connect to that, motherly strength energy, no matter where you are in your life, and what sex, gender, whatever. We all have that strength and maternal energy within us if we decide to tap into it. So again, thanks so much, and we will see you on some more videos. Many blessings.